Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and work on a few new skills that you'll need to have for the IREAD 3 assessment. Synonyms, antonyms, and homographs. Let's go ahead and take a look and review at what these types of words are. Synonyms. Remember, synonyms are two words that mean the same or about the same as each other. Remember our cheer and chant? A synonym, a synonym. It means the same. A synonym, it means the same. Garbage and trash mean the same thing. Garbage and trash are synonyms. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite. Remember, the antonym means opposite, the antonym means opposite, the antonym means opposite. Opposite. Laugh and cry are opposites. Laugh and cry are antonyms. Homographs. Remember, homographs are just a really fancy way of saying multiple meaning words. Homographs sound the same and look the same, but they mean two different things. For example, park and park are homographs. You can go and swing and slide at the park, or you can park your car. Park and park are homographs. Let's go ahead and get some practice questions done together that have to do with synonyms, antonyms, and homographs. Then when we're finished, you'll try some on your own. Sound good? Number 1. Choose the word that means the same or about the same as the word confused. Well, it's asking me to choose a word that means the same, and I know that is a synonym. So therefore, I'm going to first ask myself, what does the word mean that they gave me? Confused. Let's see. If you're confused about something, you don't understand it. Let's try to find the word that means the same as confused. Intelligent. Intelligent means smart. I don't think that means the same thing as confused. Goofy. Goofy is another word to say that somebody's acting silly. That definitely does not mean confused either. Absurd. Absurd is a fancy word for saying ridiculous. Are absurd and confused the same thing? I don't think so. Puzzled. Ooh, I know I've heard that in a mystery movie before. The detective was puzzled because he couldn't figure out the clues. That means the same as confused. So there's our answer. Number 2, choose the word that means the opposite of the word interesting. Aha, now the question's asking me to find the word that means the opposite, and I know that is an antonym. What does the word interesting mean? If something is interesting, it's exciting. You are involved in it. You want to be involved in it because you're having a good time. Let's try to find the word that means the opposite of that word. Engaging. Well, I know engaging is a synonym for the word interesting, so those are not my answers. However, did you see how they tried to trick you? Boring. Ooh, that might be it. Boring means the opposite of interesting, but I'm going to check all of my answer choices before I see which one is correct. Exciting. Exciting, of course, means something the same as interesting, and I'm looking for an opposite, which means exciting is not my choice. Fun. Fun also means something that is interesting. It could be something fun, so therefore fun is not the opposite either. I think I found mine. Boring and interesting are opposites. Number 3. Choose the word that best fits in both sentences. I saw the football player blink at the quarterback to try to tackle him. How much was the total blank of your purchase? Now, boys and girls, I have to look at each answer choice, and since I know one of them is the correct one, I'm going to try each choice in both sentences to see if they work. Remember, it's only going to be one word that fits in both. Run. I saw the football player run at the quarterback to try to tackle him. That makes sense. How much was the total run of your purchase? That doesn't work. Run isn't my answer. Amount. I saw the football player amount at the quarterback to try to tackle him. Does that make sense to you? Me either. That can't be our answer choice either. Charge. I saw the football player charge at the quarterback to try to tackle him. I know charge means you're running really fast at someone. That works. Let's see if charge works in the second sentence. How much was the total charge of your purchase? Ooh, I know I love shopping, and oftentimes I use my charge card or my credit card. How much was the total charge does make sense, but again, check all of your choices. Money. I saw the football player money at the quarterback to try to tackle him. No, that's not it either. You're right. The answer that fits best into both sentences is charge. Let's circle it. Now it's your turn to try 5 practice questions on your own. When you're ready, you'll pause the video and write down your answers in your notebook, on a Post-it, or a scrap piece of paper. Then when you're ready to go over your answers, hit play and we'll review them together. So if you're ready, go ahead and hit pause now. Do you want to see how you did? Let's go ahead and look at these 5 practice questions together, and you can check your answers. Number 1, choose the word that means the same or about the same as the word dirty. Well, I know a word that means the same is a synonym, so I first have to ask myself, what does the word dirty mean? If something's dirty, it's gross. Maybe it's muddy or it's yucky. Let's find a word that means the same as dirty. Clean. I definitely know that clean and dirty do not mean the same thing. That's not my choice. Filthy. Ooh, I've heard that word before. I know that filthy does actually mean dirty, but there might be a better choice. Let's check them all. Disgusting. Sometimes things that are dirty are disgusting, but dirty and disgusting do not mean the same exact thing, because bugs can be disgusting and they're not always dirty, right? Not my answer choice. Spotless. I know spotless means there's no spots, which means it's clean. Spotless does not mean the same as dirty, so I think we found our choice. Filthy and dirty mean the same thing. Give yourself a smiley if you got number 1 correct. Number 2, choose the word that best fits into both sentences. The frog sat on the blank of the river. How much money do you have in the blank? Again, since this is a multiple choice assessment, try each choice and see which one sounds the best. Bank. The frog sat on the bank of the river. Ooh, that's like the grass on the side of a river. How much money do you have in the bank? That makes sense too. But again, let's check all our choices. Wallet. The frog sat on the wallet of the river. No, that doesn't make sense, so it can't be my choice. Grass. The frog sat on the grass of the river. That kind of makes sense. Let's check the bottom. How much money do you have in the grass? I think there's a better choice than that. Purse. The frog sat on the purse of the river. There's no purse of the river. That's not my choice. My answer choice is bank. If you got that correct, make sure you give yourself a point or a smiley face. Number 3, choose a word that means the opposite of the word silent. Now I'm looking for a word that means the opposite. Well, what does silent mean? Silent means there's no noise. So which word means the opposite of that? Quiet? Well, if you're quiet, it means there's not much noise. That's not the opposite of silent. Whisper? I know whisper is something you can do, and when you're silent, that doesn't mean the opposite of whisper. Mute? Ooh, something on the TV, when it's turned on mute, is silent, but that doesn't mean the opposite. That means the same. Loud. If something is loud, it's the opposite of silent, which is no noise whatsoever. Loud is the word that means the opposite. Go ahead and circle it and give yourself a smiley face for number 3 if you got it correct. Number 4, choose a word that means the opposite of the word bright. Okay, again, I'm doing the opposite. What does bright mean? Do you know something that's bright? Let's check out our choices. Shiny. I know shiny things sometimes can be bright. That doesn't mean the opposite. Dim. Ooh, I've heard that word before. I know you can dim the lights in a room and make them a little bit lower, but not completely off. That might be the opposite of bright, like bright lights, but check all your choices before you make your final choice. Boring. Are bright and boring opposites? I don't think so. Light. Bright and light. I don't think those are opposites either. I think your answer choice was dim. Did you get it correct? If you did, give yourself a smiley or a point. Last one. Number 5. Choose a word that means the same or about the same as the word old. Now again, they're going to go back and forth between synonyms and antonyms. I know I just did an opposite question, but now I'm looking for a word that means the same. What does the word old mean? Now let's try finding a word that means the same as old. Young? Those are definitely not the same. New? Something that's old, does that mean the same as new? I didn't think so. Modern. Modern is a big fancy word for saying something's brand new. Like iPods and iPads are modern pieces of technology. They're brand new. That doesn't mean the same as old. Ancient. This word I've heard before, like the ancient Egyptians built pyramids long ago. Ancient does mean old, which is what we're looking for. Circle it and give yourself a smiley if you got it correct. Great job, boys and girls. I hope today you've reminded yourself what synonyms, antonyms, and homographs are. Now you'll do some extra practice on your own and turn it in to me when you're finished. I can't wait to see how you do. You're going to be awesome.